For those around watching for the showmanship, here this afternoon is Keith Schrader. Grew up here in the Brazos County. Grew up raising steers and Angus and Simmental purebred cattle. Worked for Pride Livestock Company for 7 years, where he worked with the youth all around the state with their projects. Keith has 3 children who are all grew up showing cattle around the state and the country. Keith currently lives in Burleson County and raises show steers and red Angus cattle.
in your pocket. Keep, you got to turn it on. It's on. Push it up.
Hello, can you hear me? Um, First of all, I want to thank y'all for having me today to sort through these kids, and I tell you what, it's an honor to work with these youngsters. The best news I've had all day was when Mr. Schulte told me that I did not have to place the Pee-wees. So I was tickled with that because we have all winners in this ring. We kind of walk through talk to these kids, and bunch of great kids. They're all respectful. They handle the cattle real well, and the most important thing that I want to kind of reiterate to them, and I told each one of that, the most important thing to do here today in the show ring and this week is to go have fun. Have fun with your friends, meet friends, and enjoy your time in the show ring. So give these kids a round of applause. They think they've done a great job.
Our first class, our 8-year-old, Quinn Paget and Cody Calhoun Jr.
All right, in our eight-year-old group, we have two entries this afternoon, and I want to tell you both these kids have done a great job. I'm going to give a few of my pointers to the older kids that are going to be coming up behind this. One of the most important things to me is when you're in showmanship is the cattle. The cattle have to be right. Everything has to be squared up, and the easiest way to do that is to be able to walk them into being set up. If you can walk them in, some people walk them in and set them up off the front wheels. Some of them set them up off their hind wheels. I don't care which way it works best for you, but always try to have them walked in and getting at least half or three-quarters of the way done by walking them into it. The other thing is, for me, it's not about the showman, where they stand, how they stand, their posture. It's all about the cattle. A lot of times when I'm looking, whether it's showmanship or just watching the show, I really don't even recognize, I don't realize the kid there. And for me, that's a good showman, is when they come in and all you're in tune with is the cattle, and make sure that they're set up correctly, feet are square, but being able to walk them into being set up, not poking and prodding at them, is the best way to keep their feet square. Especially nowadays, it's so important that they're skeletally correct, and in order to keep everything in their skeleton the way it's designed to work, is if you can walk them into it and try to get them set up as good as possible with the least amount of moving feet around. That works for me, and I think it's better for the cattle in most cases. In this class, we have two very capable showmen, but today we're gonna start the class with Quinn and the young lady in the blue shirt. She was just a little quicker on the stick, getting set up, and she did a great job. But both of y'all did a great job today, so congratulations.
Winner in Class 1, Quinn Badgett. Second place, Cody Calhoun. And 9-year-old, we have Cora Rente, Emma Blackman, Curtis McDonald, Cole Thomas Hayes, Layton Fodno, Weston Duhon, Lucas Forrester, Iris Matthews. Our 9-year-old coming in the ring.
champion Novas? So, so 221 got the first one?
Yeah, she comes back. She comes back.
Well, I don't know where they went. They need to know that because they're going off.
Each age showman needs to come back for your champion division showman. Quinn Paget, you will be needed to be back for class 4. Quinn Paget, you'll come back for your champion showman in class 4.
Herzog Cattle Company has sponsored our Showmanship show, and we are so thankful. Thank you guys so much for doing it. I am here with Natalie and with Peyton, and we got a bull that's trying to horn in on the whole picture thing. So we're back here in the beds. They're going to have a sale September 26th. It's a one-day sale. It is on a Thursday, and that is on Best Cattle Sales. Tell us a little bit about what we're going to see, what kind of genetics are going to be in the sale.
All the females, and there might be a couple of bulls as well. They're all going to be red. They're all going to be halter broke, and a majority are the sire will be cutter. There's a couple of other X-ray and a couple of other sires that we'll be having, and all out of donor cows of ours that the kids have showed throughout the years. And so
it's going to be a great sale, a lot of good show prospects, and we're going to hand the microphone to Peyton, and he's going to tell us about the Cutter Bull, because you showed Cutter. Tell us just a little bit about your most favorite wins on him, and then what you think of his babies.
Well, Cutter, he was a phenomenal bull. Whenever we showed him in 2020, he was actually your Open National Champion Red Bull that year. We then continued to show him into the 2021 show season, where he was named the International Red Champion Bull and also Red Show Bull of the Year that particular year there in Houston. His offspring, they have just been phenomenal cattle as far as quality. They're just phenomenal cattle as far as attitude. You can't get any better. We've never had a hard one to break. They've always been just kind of our top of the line females or bull prospects that we have there at the barn. He's just a really a cool bull to breed to, and his calves are just really great.
So remember, September 26th, it's a Thursday, so we'll not interrupt your football season. And you can go see the cattle.
Anytime.
Herzog Cattle Company, their doors are open.
Always, 7 days a week. Just give us
All
a
right,
call,
let's give these
text me,
kids a hand.
WhatsApp me. We'd love to
Done a
show
great
you
job
around,
out
show
here,
you
and
the
you know,
dance of these
I told everybody I was
females
going to get this done real quick, but
which
I
I'd
also
love
want to
to
give these
show
kids
everyone
plenty
and
of time
show
to show their
how they still
talent.
continue
And
looking and
these two
out
kids here
pressure
kind of came to the top, and I think today we're going to use the young lady in the first hole is going to be first place, and young man will be second, and they did a great job. But this whole group did a great job, every one of y'all from top to bottom, so congratulations to each of y'all.
All right, here in Class 2, Showmanship. First place, entry 898, Cora Rumpke. Second place, entry 520, Weston Duhon. Third place, entry number 213, Leyland Fontenot. Fourth place, entry 1030, Cole Thomas Hayes. And fifth place, entry 1157, Emma Blackman. Congratulations, kiddos. Good job. Class 3, coming in the ring. Entry number 190, Kimber Calhoun. Entry 431, Mackenzie Noe. Entry 1042, Jackson Smith. Entry 700, Bowen Vernon. Entry 513, Caleb Cooper.
Okay, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. We are in the showmanship now. Showmanship. We are starting class 3. Class 3. We already hear who won class 2. Congratulations to Cora Rickmott and Weston Duhon. We are now with a new judge. Our judge of the showmanship is Keith Schroeder, and he's doing so. Every judge do happy birthday to Caleb Cooper. Aaron Rush Cooper is wishing happy birthday to Caleb Cooper. Make sure that they see the live stream later so they can see the happy birthday message on there. So every judge has a different way to do things. Right now, all day we were with the judge Hernando Guerra, and he was doing the things in the other side of the arena. Right now we have Mr. Keith Schroeder, and we have to accommodate ourselves to the way that he is judging in this case, the kids. The showmanship is about the kids. They are showing cattle, but the judge have to make sure to judge how the kids performs. So I just need to check something on my book, and I will continue to let you know about these amazing things. Of course, we want to thank our sponsors. Our sponsors are the ones that help us here. We just hear during the class before, we hear Herzog Cattle about their sale that they are going to have in September 26th, and now we are here with Herzog Cattle and sponsoring us the showmanship, and also IS Ranch Feeding Services. IS Ranch Feeding Services, the great Bethlehem Bishop. She's so great. She performs the cattle in the ring show. She do it great, and she assists other breeders to bring their cattle here. I'm going to leave you with the IS Ranch video so you can know a little bit more about Bethlehem. We have a live stream yesterday with her, and we record a quick video so you can know her a little better. Just want to make sure I have the correct view for you guys so you can see the action. And then I will let you know what is IS Ranch Feeding Services. There you go.
And I am here with Bethlehem Bishop of IS Ranch Fitting Services, and she has sponsored a couple of events here at the Brazos Valley Expo Center. And I just want to ask you, last time you were here was in November, Bethlehem. Tell me what we were doing in November at Brazos Valley.
Well, we were winning at IS Ranch Fitting Services.
You were.
It was a national show, and we actually ended up winning a handful of classes and 3 divisions while we were here. 1 bull division with Red Smith, Weller, Manso, and then 2 female divisions with the LPC heifers, Rhea Hope and Annie.
No, I mean, that was so much fun. We had such a good time. It was a little cooler, a little warmer now, but IS Ranch Fitting Services, you guys are IS Ranch Fitting Services. There's no you guys part of this. There's just you. So you let people show their own cattle, don't you?
I do. So we want the owners, the juniors, whatever it may be, we want them to be really involved. And so we welcome them to come in, fly in for the day, kind of do it however they want it. If they want to work, they can work. Come in and show, do it however you please. We aim to please.
There you go. She does. And I'm also going to tell you, she's in Texas now. That happened back like in November?
October of last year, so
October.
right before the national show last year.
So she started out in Florida. Everybody will remember her from Florida. And now she's in Texas. But if you are looking for a fitting service, someone who works really hard, but lets you do whatever you want to do and encourages you and helps you along the way, I think IS Ranch Fitting Services is definitely the place to go.
Sorry about that, we have a little hiccup there on the internet. We have been live streaming all day. We have used a lot amount of internet. Let's hear the judge we have real quick. Kimber Coolhan there, and
Give these kids a round of applause. These kids did a great job. Took a little longer to sort through them. I apologize for that. Young lady, you can go ahead and we'll pull you up here in the front here. Young lady, she kind of had a little bit of an advantage. She was kind of at the front of the line the whole time. Asked her to move up a couple times. She did exactly what I asked, but nailed it every time she set that heifer up. I really appreciate that. Young man did a great job. Here at the end, I kind of gave you a chance to kind of redeem yourself and pull in and get her squared up, get her head in line with her body, get her feet just right, and we were just a little slow on getting that done. But the young man knows he can write an encyclopedia about this heifer. So great job on knowing about your heifer and everything and all the background on her. So I appreciate that as well. So once again, give these kids a round of applause.
He's just going out that way. Y'all walking on go out that way. Whichever way you need to go. But y'all are doing it.
All right, we have our champions. We have on the first place of the Class 3, Kimber Colhon. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing the last name wrong. And in second place, we have Caleb Cooper. Caleb Cooper was mentioned about the knowledge that he has on his heifer.
Caleb Cooper, third place.
Sitting right there. Did you grab it? Did you grab that water?
Entry 1042, Jackson Smith. Fourth place, entry 431, Mackenzie Noe. And fifth place, entry 700, Bowen Vernon. We need our 3 winners out of our first classes. Entry number 221, Quinn Paget. Entry 898, Court Rumke. And entry 190, Kimber Calhoun.
We are moving now to the division, the champion novice showman. The champion novice showman. Let me get a better view for you. Almost there, guys, almost there. These kids are doing a very good job here. And
All right, in our novice division today, 3 great showmen, and I'm going to tell you there were a lot of great showmen behind these kids in y'all's classes and y'all's heats. Everyone's done a great job for me today. I had this young lady at the front of the line in the last class, and I had her in the back of the line at this class, just trying to shake things up, make things different for her. But when it comes to getting feet and legs right and the head right, everything aligned with the body and everything comfortable on that heifer looks perfect every time I look at her. Therefore, she's going to be your champion novice showman.
all right, we have been answered to talk about the champion.
Our novice, entry 190, Kimber Calhoun. Come in the ring now. We have entry number 619, Riley Montgomery. Entry 487, Preston Shelley. Entry 201, Kaylee Ryle. Entry 701, Olivia Vernon. 126, Lighton McAdams. Entry 1163, Gaddison Kittry.
We are now starting the class 5 of the junior showmanship with 11 years old. We are about to see Riley Montgomery, Preston Shelley, Kenley Rowe, Olivia Vernon, and Leighton McAdams. Let me get a view for you. And of course, thank you to our sponsors, IS Ranch Feeding Services, Herzog Cattle, and Brahman Foundation. It's because of them that we can live stream and use all the internet we can to make sure that this live stream goes everywhere. We are right now live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And yeah, why not? Let's try something different here.
We're out of gold ice. It's cold.
have a sponsor for tomorrow. I mean, they stay busy all day, so I mean, you can sell a lot of food on one day. Drive up there, move over. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know how much materials. Really? Ice is probably expensive. I wonder where they get their ice from. Special ice? So do they freeze them?
Can they show bulls?
Huh?
Can they show bulls?
We let them in last 2 years we did.
Okay.
They just come in the ring first.
Is that what we did?
I think we put them in the ring first, so they won't jump in the net.
That's how, well, I do that because sometimes I have to go in the ring first.
My son is in the audience today, and my kids used to always joke when we were at the barn. You know, they were like, I'd always tell them, okay, just set them up one more time. When you get it right, then we're done. And, you know, it may be 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours later, and they finally got it right, you know. So I'm sorry, I'm really working these kids pretty hard in here. We've got 2 showmen up here that do a great job. I told the young man that he's the only young man in this class up against 4 kids, 4 girls. And I said, you have an uphill battle because girls just know how to show cattle. I don't know why, but they sure can show cattle. That being said, the young lady in the first spot, once again, that first hole is going to prevail because every time I look at you, you had her nailed. You had her stretched out one time, but the young man's a little stretched out several times. So be sure you get those front legs square, straight up and down underneath you, both of y'all, but to the extent that you have to keep those legs squared up underneath her. She gets a little stretched out, they get a little bit off in their hip. But both of y'all did a great job. So, young lady, if you come around here, you're going to win the class. Again, I apologize that took a while, but we got some great kids, and I don't want to just take things for granted, and you can follow her out. And good job. I don't want to take things for granted. I'll be sure we let them get an opportunity. Other 3 kids, you know, I hate to go in there in a showmanship contest and take the kids that had the calves that weren't acting right for them, were a little unruly for them. These kids had calves that were kind of pushing them around. I understand that heifers especially, they just have bad days. They may have just had bad days today. We got one's a little greener broke, you know, but the young lady did a great job handling her. She didn't get aggravated. She kind of put some pressure on her, let the heifer step up, gave her head, and did a great job. So I want to commend all 3 of y'all for doing a great job. And today it came down to we had a couple kids that did a great job showing, but their heifers were just acting better today. But all 3 of y'all do a great job showing. So congratulations, give them a hand.
Thank you, Judge. Results in Class 5. First place, entry number 619, Riley Montgomery. Second place, entry 126, Lyden McAdams. Third place, entry 487, Preston Shelley. Fourth place, entry 701, Olivia Vernon. And fifth place, entry 201, Kelly Rao. Our 12-year-olds in our class 6, we have entry number 699, Brand Vernon. Entry number 929, Itty Bitty Bailey. Entry number 1141, Gracie Sowell. Entry 785, Cooper Vaughn. Entry number 309, Shannon LeBeau. Just to let everybody know, these kids are getting money in these envelopes, so don't just throw them away. The Bluebonnet and your entry combines to a total of $5,600 that we're giving back in showmanship prizes. I think these kids are all well deserving of it. I don't think there's another breed that has showmen as good as the Brahman breed. It's not just because I'm a Brahman breeder, but I've seen it in all the shows. They come to the top every time, and this is where it starts, right here.
Of course, we're starting now, class 6. Class 6. Right. Okay, so we have at the beginning a little incident, then we have an animal that got loose, and now we have three entries in class 6. I'm not sure which one we lost, but I'm going to try to do the best for get you accurate information. Perfect. We have 11:41 talking with the judge. That's Gracie Soil. After that, we have 0929. 0929 is, whoa, Itaviti Bailey. I hope I'm saying that right. Itaviti, if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, I apologize. Let's hear the judge.
I'm going to go ahead and place these kids where they sit. I know we got a couple of them that are getting a little ornery, and that kind of gets contagious out here. So all three of these young ladies have done a great job. Young man did as well. He just had a little rough luck with a heifer that size. When she decides she wants to go, she's going to go. So I understand that, and he did a great job handling that and keeping us cool. So I appreciate that. Young lady in the center, the middle hole here, did a great job. A couple things. I always want to kind of have you kind of pulled up a little bit closer to that heifer behind you. I know she's acting a little funny. You have to be a little bit careful with that. Just kind of keep your spacing, awareness in the ring. Just a little bit slow on getting that done, and not quite as quick getting her set up. Ladies on both ends of you were just a little quicker on the stick, getting them set up, and always had them nailed whenever I looked at them. Young lady in the front with she did a great job. I love her style of stopping a heifer when she gets to run, and she just puts her bottom on the ground and just sets an anchor and waits for her to calm down. So great job on that. Great job holding on to her. You have a nice heifer. You've done a great job. You'll be in our second place, and the young lady on the end on red nailed every time. And you know, I kind of asked the kids, what do y'all like about your heifers? What do you not like about your heifers? And she had that heifer pegged, and that's one of the things I really appreciate is somebody that when they know what they're trying to show to accent to the judge, and they also know what they're trying to maybe hide and cover up with the judge, and she really did a good job on that. So give these kids a round of applause.
Terrio Showman, first place, entry 1141, Gracie Sewell. Second place, entry 699, Bryn Vernon. Third place, entry 929, Itty Bitty Bailey. Our 13-year-olds coming in the ring. We have entries number 385, Lily Voigt. Entry 353, Eli Parks. Entry 139, Addison Tullis. Entry 606, Baxter Whitworth. Entry 548, Donald Garrett. Entry 4, Lindsay Bush. Entry 1029, Paul B. Hayes V. Entry 1180, Bryn Caldwell. Entry 7, Peyton Willie. Entry 528, Avery Wright.
All right, congratulations to Gracie Sorrell. She is the winner of Class 6. We are now on Class 7. Class 7 is Junior Showmanship of 13 years old. And of course, we are live streaming Now, the showmanship thanks to our sponsors, Ice Ranch Fitness Services, Herzog Cattle and Brahman Foundation. I cannot tell you better than how Miss Victoria Lambert and Bethlehem Bishop about what IS Ranch Feeding Service do. So I'm going to leave you with a little video about them.
And I am here with Bethlehem Bishop of IS Ranch Fitting Services, and she has sponsored a couple of events here at the Brazos Valley Expo Center. And I just want to ask you, last time you were here was in November, Bethlehem. Tell me what we were doing in November at Brazos Valley.
Well, we were winning at IS Ranch Fitting Services.
You were.
It was a national show, and we actually ended up winning a handful of classes and 3 divisions while we were here. 1 bull division with Red Smith, Weller, Manso, and then 2 female divisions with the LPC heifers, Rhea Hope and Annie.
No, I mean, that was so much fun. We had such a good time. It was a little cooler, a little warmer now, but IS Ranch Fitting Services, you guys let are IS Ranch Fitting Services. There's no you guys part of this. They're just you. So you let people show their own cattle, don't you?
I do. So we want the owners, the juniors, whatever it may be, we want them to be really involved. And so we welcome them to come in, fly in for the day, kind of do it however they want it. If they want to work, they can work. Come in and show, do it however you please. We aim to please.
There you go. She does. And I'm also going to tell you, she's in Texas now. That happened back like in November?
October of last year, so
October.
right before the national show
Yeah.
last year.
So she was started out in Florida. Everybody will remember her from Florida. And now she's in Texas. But if you are looking for a fitting service, someone who works really hard, but lets you do whatever you want to do and encourages you and helps you along the way, I think IS Ranch Fitting Services is definitely the place to go. Herzog Cattle Company has sponsored our Showmanship show, and we are so thankful. Thank you guys so much for doing it. I am here with Natalie and with Peyton, and we got a bull that's trying to horn in on the whole picture thing. So we're back here in the beds. They're going to have a sale September 26th. It's a one-day sale. It is on a Thursday, and that is on Best Cattle Sales. Tell us a little bit about what we're going to see, what kind of genetics are going to be in the sale.
All the females, and there might be a couple of bulls as well. They're all going to be red. They're all going to be halter broke, and a majority are the sire will be cutter. There's a couple of other X-ray and a couple of other sires that we'll be having, and all out of donor cows of ours that the kids have showed throughout the years, and so
it's going to be a great sale, a lot of good show prospects, and we're going to hand the microphone to Peyton, and he's going to tell us about the Cutter Bull, because you showed Cutter. Tell us just a little bit about your most favorite wins on him, and then what you think of his babies.
Well, Cutter, he was a phenomenal bull. Whenever we showed him in 2020, he was actually your Open National Champion Red Bull that year. We then continued to show him into the 2021 show season, where he was named the International Red Champion Bull and also Red Show Bull of the Year that particular year there in Houston. His offspring, they have just been phenomenal cattle as far as quality. They're just phenomenal cattle as far as attitude. You can't get any better. We've never had a hard one to break. They've always been just kind of our top of the line females or bull prospects that we have there at the barn. He's just a really a cool bull to breed to, and his calves are just really great.
So remember, September 26th, it's a Thursday, so it will not interrupt your football season. And you can go see the cattle.
Anytime.
Herzog Cattle Company. Their doors are open.
Always. 7 days a week. Just give us a call, text me, WhatsApp me. We'd love to show you around, show you the dams to these females and bulls, which I love to show everyone, and show them how they still continue to look and out in the pasture and perform. So
it absolutely says something about the mama, and we already know that they have some great sires they've bred to. September 26th, Best Cattle Sales, and make sure you come by Herzog and say thank you for sponsoring the Showmanship Show.
Right. Sorry again, that took a while. We got a lot of good showmen, and it takes a little time to kind of sort through those kids and kind of find their faults. And these kids did a great job. Young man and won the class. You talk about cool, calm, and collected. Every time I looked at him, he was as cool, slow with the show stick, always in control of that heifer. There's a couple times you may have been just a touch stretched out, a couple times you may have been a touch bunched up, but every time I looked at you, you were within reason and had her good enough. That being said, young man in second place, you had this deal won until that very last look. That very last look. If you're competing for the top end of your class, or champion drive, you had that, we call it number 2, that right front foot was just kind of splayed out, just going this way. And it was just that one look. It was a bad look. But when you get showmen that are this good, that's kind of all it takes, especially at that point in the game. So it just kind of came down to feet placement. You too, calm, cool, collected, know your calf, and do a great job with them. But did a great job. Young man here, again, he could write an encyclopedia about this heifer. He knows her forward and backward, when she was born, what she eats, and what % protein feed, and he just offered that. So he's a pretty chatty up there. Great job. Same thing with you. Every now and then I look over there and I get a bad look at the heifer, just a little touch stretched out. Always keep those front legs straight up and down. All right, you want those as plumb as possible at all points, at all times. A couple times you were a little bit off in that, but did a great job handling that heifer. Give these kids a round of applause. They did a great job. I kind of talked through them, little bitty nitpicky things that kind of got them out of the running, but they all did a great job.
Thank you, Judge. Placings in Class 7, our 13-year-old showmanship. First place, entry 353, Eli Parks. Second place, entry 1029, Paul V. Hayes, the 5th. Third, entry 606, Baxter Whitworth. Fourth, entry 385, Lily Voigt. Fifth, entry 1180, Bryn Caldwell. Sixth, entry 7, Peyton Willie. Seventh, entry 548, Dylan Garrett. Eighth, entry 528, Avery Wright. Ninth, to entry 4, Lindsay Bush. And 10th, to entry 139, Addison Tullis. Our junior showmanship. We have 619, Riley Montgomery. We have 1141, Grace Earl. We have entry 353, Eli Parks.
We are now in the Junior Championship. The champion Junior Showman. We are now in the champion Junior Showman, and this is brought to you thanks to IS Ranch Feeding Services, Herds of Cattle, and Brown Foundation. Let's hear the judge.
In the selection of the junior division champion, we just get to pick a champion. We've had several in this division that were worthy of being champions today. They did a great job, but had a lot of competition. That being said, young lady in the middle in red, she's going to be your champion showman. Every time I looked at that heifer today, she's had her nails. She's been cool, calm, collected, and did a great job. So congratulations.
Our junior champion, entry number 1141, Gracie Sowell.
Congratulations, Gracie Sowell. She is now our Junior Showman champion. We are moving along. We are going to be in Class 9 now. Class 9 is a really big class. Let me get you some better views.
Entry number 654, Nicholas Geronimo Guerrero. 721, Callie Kraft. Entry 286, Reagan Wasson. Entry 19, Dallin Slotek. Entry 325, Kenzie Gandy. Entry 605, Colton Cranky. Entry 386, Addison Sanders. Entry 232, Nathan Forrester. Entry 899, Lena Rumke. Entry 722, Brandon LaRue.
You got too many people overlapping, I think. I think they would have too many people that would be showing junior heifers and bulls. Then you'd be waiting for somebody to get out of the ring over here and hold up each ring. So, I don't know. We'll run over the rest of it for just a second. I'll be right there. You got anything over there? We'll run over there for a little bit. You want me to take it over to her? I will do that.
I might get a little bit of he's starting to have wistful thoughts over here.
It's getting late. Mine's going a different place.
Hey, there ain't no that going on about it. I can't tell you that. I don't know how it'd be good if we could get something extra out of the way. I'll tell you. We could be getting through with this, and we'd be done. And next year we're gonna have to go back to 8 in the morning. I mean, it takes longer to go.
Yes, sir. Very sweet of him. Something like that. I can figure out how to get promoted to a job up here like this all the time. This is kind of middle school, though. I don't know how you lined up. I was about done after that show. I told Kim, I was like, you gotta find somebody to replace me for showmanship. And then she went and asked Yvonne if she knew somebody to replace her too. She's like, no, and I can just do it by myself. Don't worry about it. Kind of made me feel bad, honestly. I'm still looking for one.
by the way, when your radiator cap doesn't have a spring in it or seal anymore, it's time to change it. I think that's what's wrong with it. But it kept overheating. Well, I don't know, but I just put fuel in it, filled it up. It was, I mean, it was fine. I mean, it was only on for like 2 minutes and then it went off.
Out of the town or something. I don't know. Come on, when you're rolling.
But I was calling to see if the traffic has ever been overheating on it. I guess the haze too thick.
Shit, I just cut bail for you was that thickest thing I've cut. That's better than 3 bales an acre over there.
This is like a windrow from 5 foot tall.
You what?
I see the windrow trying to cut it about 5 foot tall. You got a little loose thing and shit in the mixed in. I got this. That's close to the shape it's cut, but I'm gonna try to get a different radiator cut because I kept driving over there and filling it up with water. And then I took all that water out and I seal it. I don't think it was getting hot until you put it in time. And it starts working. I can tell you 2.5 gallons. I did 2 rounds and it was like, it was getting in the red. And I was like, oh, this gauge is messed up or not. And I drove back, let it cool for a little bit. And looked at the radiator cap and I'm like, looked at that radiator cap and I'm sitting there like, I don't know how many times you've opened it. There's no spring on it left. There's no seal on it left. And I'm like, shit.
I don't open it very often.
What? I think this thing gets to run cool without water if you got it loaded up. That's what that. I tried it in 4th gear and I was cutting in 5th gear. Do what?
I mean, when I got good sharp blades on there, 5th gear ain't no
Yeah,
problem.
you ain't gonna cut this in 6th gear, but I tried it, it ain't no way.
Damn, blade take it. We didn't.
The ground is still wet too. It's squeaky as hell, but I don't know. It's that.
I mean, we saw it. Hope said he was working on it, but getting a lot of them out of it. Got the deal already.
He ain't worked on shit with that girl.
Boy, he's messed up, man. He ain't gonna have no money in 6 months. He's gonna be dead quick. That's what I gotta do. I gotta hire him and her to get these things together. That way you'll have time.
Spend time together.
Put a splash in half and tell him to go cut them all. That way you can cut them all in full blast.
Problem is, they probably won't be cutting these things. You better charge them by the tree.
I'm so sorry. Can I get a water out of that cooler? Is there anything but water in there?
Yeah. 286 on this? I've got, Dr. Pepper.
Yes,
Sprite, Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
Don't talk bad about it.
Never seen it. I've heard the name.
And I am here with Bethlehem Bishop of IS Ranch Fitting Services, and she has sponsored a couple of events here at the Brazos Valley Expo Center. And I just want to ask you, last time you were here was in November, Bethlehem. Tell me what we were doing in November at Brazos Valley.
Well, we were winning at IS Ranch Fitting Services.
You were.
It was a national show, and we actually ended up winning a handful of classes and 3 divisions while we were here. one bull division with Red Smith, Weller, Manso, and then 2 female divisions with the LPC heifers, Rhea Hope and Annie.
No, I mean, that was so much fun. We had such a good time. It was a little cooler, a little warmer now, but IS Ranch Fitting Services, you guys let you are IS Ranch Fitting Services. There's no you guys part of this. There's just you. So you let people show their own cattle, don't you?
I do. So we want the owners, the juniors, whatever it may be, we want them to be really involved. And so we welcome them to come in, fly in for the day, kind of do it however they want it. If they want to work, they can work. Come in and show, do it however you please. We aim to please.
There you go. She does. And I'm also going to tell you, she's in Texas now. That happened back like in November?
October of last year, so right
October.
before the national show last year.
So she was started out in Florida. Everybody will remember her from Florida. And now she's in Texas. But if you are looking for a fitting service, someone who works really hard, but lets you do whatever you want to do and encourages you and helps you along the way, I think IS Ranch Fitting Services is definitely the place to go.
came in and said it's about to start getting tough, and they weren't lying. 10, 12, 15, whatever it is, however deep you want to go in this class, there's a lot of showmen down at the bottom. Just had to sit there and wait for them to make a mistake. You know, that's all it was. It just, when did you make a mistake? Just little things. You know, a lot of them, you know, they had a heifer that might need to be loined a little bit, and they were lowering her sure enough, but, you know, maybe weren't lowering her before I looked at them. You know, it's just little things like that, just a little bit slower. You always want to have a good look. Every time that judge turns around, you want to turn them around to a good look. Got down to these top three, and it's really close. I mean, you're just really kind of picking through here and trying to figure out, you know, what your type is and things like that. Really didn't see a lot of mistakes. I'm going to go ahead and use the young lady here on the end. She's so cool and calm and collected. She doesn't get aggravated. She has, you might smile every now and then. She finally did. But she's very calm and collected and very intent on what's going on. And I like that. The other thing is she always has that heifer's ears forward. She has her presence, and she's got her head up where I like to see it. It's not awkwardly up in the air where the nose is stuck up, but she always has that head just right, ears forward. And every time I got that look on that heifer, it was always that. So congratulations to that young lady. Young man's going to be second. And it kind of comes down to, every time I looked at your heifer, she was right. Feet and legs were right. A couple times you may have got a little close to the heifer in front of you when we kind of had things crowded up here in the front. I was kind of watching to see how each of y'all handled that. But you did handle it well and did a good job. Congratulations. Young lady will be third. Great job. Again, it's just picking hairs on where they ended up. So congratulations. Give these kids a hand.
Congratulations, kids. Pretty tough class. They're only going to get tougher now. First place, our 14-year-olds, entry number 721, Callie Kraft. Second, entry number 618, West Montgomery. Third, entry number 325, Kenzie Grande. Fourth, entry number 232, Nathan Forrester. Fifth, entry 437, Ross Turner. Sixth, entry 583, Cecilia Guerrera. Seventh, entry 386, Addison Sanders. Eighth, entry 286, Reagan Wasson.
251 is a scratch.
9 is entry number 605, Cole Cronky.
251.
10th, entry 2005, Carly Priscilla. 11th, entry 722, Brandon LaRue. 12, entry 899, Lena Rumke. 13, entry number 654, Nicholas Geronimo Guerrera. And 14th, number 19, Dolan Slovak. Moving on to our 15-year-old. We have entry 477, Collie Saunders. Entry number 231, Gretna Forrester. Entry 655, Diego Geronimo Guerrero. Entry 602, Teal Conky. Entry 212, Red Fodno. Entry 1040, Lily Vallerine. Entry 1028, Ansley Hayes.
Sorry? Oh, supposedly they got somebody. They got somebody.
Are we bringing in first name seconds?
Isaac, do you actually see?
No, not me.
Herzog Cattle Company has sponsored our Showmanship show, and we are so thankful. Thank you guys so much for doing it. I am here with Natalie and with Peyton, and we got a bull that's trying to horn in on the whole picture thing. So we're back here in the beds. They're going to have a sale September 26th. It's a one-day sale. It is on a Thursday, and that is on Best Cattle Sales. Tell us a little bit about what we're going to see, what kind of genetics are going to be in the sale.
All the big females, and there might be a couple of bulls as well. They're all going to be red. They're all going to be halter broke, and a majority are the sire will be cutter. There's a couple of other X-ray and a couple of other sires that we'll be having, and all out of donor cows of ours that the kids have showed throughout the years, and so
It's going to be a great
It's a
sale, a lot of
great
good
sale.
show prospects, and we're going to hand the microphone to Peyton, and he's going to tell us about the Cutter Bull, because you showed Cutter. Tell us just a little bit about your most favorite wins on him, and then what you think of his babies.
Well, Cutter, he was a phenomenal bull. Whenever we showed him in 2020, he was actually your Open National Champion Red Bull that year. We then continued to show him into the 2021 show season, where he was named the International Red Champion Bull and also Red Show Bull of the Year that particular year there in Houston. His offspring, they have just been phenomenal cattle as far as quality. They're just phenomenal cattle as far as attitude. You can't get any better. We've never had a hard one to break. They've always been just kind of our top of the line females or bull prospects that we have there at the barn. He's just a really a cool bull to breed to, and his calves are just really great.
So remember, September 26th, it's a Thursday, so it will not interrupt your football season. And you can go see the cattle.
Anytime.
Herzog Cattle Company, their doors are open.
always, 7
Always.
days a week. Just give us a call, text me, WhatsApp me. We'd love to show you around, show you the dams to these females and bulls, which I love to show everyone, and show them how they still continue to look and out in the pasture and perform. So
It absolutely says something about the mama. And we already know that they have some great sires they've bred to. September 26th, Best Cattle Sales, and make sure you come by Herzog and say thank you for sponsoring the Showmanship Show.
All right, great group. You know, we had some kids that, you know, the same thing, you know, just a couple of heifers weren't acting right, you know, it's kind of a little bit of homework and things like that. When it got down to these three here, every one of these kids had these heifers kind of nailed every time I looked at them. Young lady in third, you know, she kind of gets high on her loin. She probably needs to put a little bit more attention in that, try to keep that loin down. But when it came to the top two, I mean, they're both of them excellent showmen. So I coach a livestock judging team for our 4-H club in our county. And so I've been asking these kids, what do you like about your heifer? What would you change about your heifer? And really what broke this top pair up for me was not that either one of them did a bad job, but the young man described his heifer to a T, and he got excited about how sound she was and how good-footed she was and structurally from the ground up. And you step back and look at the heifer, and I mean, it's definitely true. I mean, she's great at the ground, and it was excitement and knowledge of knowing, you know, where's that heifer's faults, and those are the kind of things that you really can't, it's kind of hard to fake, you know, when you come out here. So he did a great job with that, but showmanship, all three of these young kids did a great job, so give them a hand.
Results in Class 10, 15-year-old. First place, entry number 212, Red Fodno. Second place, entry 231, Gretna Forrester. Third place, entry 1040, Lily Vallerine. Fourth place, entry 477, Callie Sanders. Fifth place, entry 1028, Ansley Hayes. Sixth place, entry 655, Dago Geronimo Guerrero. Seventh place, entry 602, Teal Cronky. Our champion intermediate showman now. We'll need entry number 721, Golly Craft. Entry number 212, Red Podno.
A couple great showmen. Every time they get them pulled together, they have them looking right. And for me, it kind of comes down to I talked a little bit last class about the young man, how he described the cattle, knows his heifer. The other thing that kind of goes along with that, he's just a little quicker pulling that heifer together. Young lady, you do a good job, and you do a great job actually, but you want to be too perfect. Kind of when you get down to this point right here, when there's just two of you left, and the judge is watching y'all, get it where you need to be, and kind of get settled in. If you need to change something, then you can change it. But picking hairs here, but the young man will be our champion.
Champion Intermediate Showman, entry 212, Rhett Fodno.
So there's 20. How many? So you're gonna split, right? Hey, Keith.
So there's 20 in here. You want them all, or you want to split them?
They said they were going to split them, but we had close to 20 in here before, didn't we?
Yeah, that was a big class.
You want them all?
Just bring them on.
All right.
Tell them to been like 14 or 15 just for that. Good. Yeah, I'll probably let some of them leave and then finish. All right, well, they're coming at you, so we'll see what happens.
All right, we got 16-year-olds. We're going to have them all come in, and we're going to work them and have some excused and work some more and get to the top. So we're going to have them a bunch in here, so get tight and play the game fair. Start off with 8-19, Claire Giletka. Entry 546, Rick Coggins. Entry 1142, Brooklyn Nogan. Entry 557, Trent Garrett. Entry 1200, Trenton White. Entry 748, Savannah Rimney. Entry 544, Samuel Tucker. Entry 545, Hayden Tucker. Entry 1105, Phelan Armstrong. Entry 965, Lily Larson. Entry 1058, J.D. Rodriguez. You got 1023, Zach Mosley. Entry 130, Wyatt Haney. You got 310, Kaylin Goodry. Entry 877, Miranda Guerrero. Entry 285, Reddy Watson. 300, Julian Chavez. Entry 743, Peyton Martin. Entry 166, Madison Parker. Entry 165, Peyton Garcia. Entry 853, Ryan Max Simpson. Entry 797, Mackenzie Willard. Entry 3131, Grayson Hensey. This is a 16-year-old class, all 16-year-olds. Showmanship, you're needed in the arena immediately.
Judge was gonna take that long?
What's that?
You knew Garrett was gonna take that long today?
We got him lined up for tomorrow, I hope.
Yep.
We're just gonna have them separated once they walk.
So you think hold these bulls on
Talking a little louder down there. You hear her way up here? I can hear her a lot louder now than I could before.
They went so smooth during bull show today, honestly.
And I am here with Bethlehem Bishop of IS Ranch Fitting Services, and she has sponsored a couple of events here at the Brazos Valley Expo Center. And I just want to ask you, last time you were here was in November, Bethlehem. Tell me what we were doing in November at Brazos Valley.
Well, we were winning at IS Ranch Fitting Services.
You were.
It was the national show, and we actually ended up winning a handful of classes and 3 divisions while we were here. 1 bull division with Red Smith, Weller, Manso, and then 2 female divisions with the LPC heifers, Rhea Hope and Annie.
No, I mean, that was so much fun. We had such a good time. It was a little cooler, a little warmer now, but IS Ranch Fitting Services, you guys are IS Ranch Fitting Services. There's no you guys part of this. They're just you. So you let people show their own cattle, don't you?
I do. So we want the owners, the juniors, whatever it may be, we want them to be really involved. And so we welcome them to come in, fly in for the day, kind of do it however they want it. If they want to work, they can work. Come in and show, do it however you please. We aim to please.
There you go. She does. And I'm also going to tell you, she's in Texas now. That happened back like in November?
October of last year, so
October.
right before the national show last year.
So she started out in Florida. Everybody will remember her from Florida. And now she's in Texas. But if you are looking for a fitting service, someone who works really hard, but lets you do whatever you want to do and encourages you and helps you along the way, I think IS Ranch Fitting Services is definitely the place to go.
They know that we're going to do all the next ones in 1 week too, right?
How many is it? How many is it? This has got to be the biggest class, huh?
Yeah, not by much though. So there was 20
How many races we're playing in this class? 61?
How many's in this class?
How many are we paying? I thought it was 7, wasn't it?
Let me go see how many envelopes.
I think it was 7. We said we had the full. At least 4 and 4. Probably because then one person wouldn't have gotten one. It was 7.
You had it right the whole time.
Don't be saying that shit, Shane.
He did. He said, I think it's 7.
Don't ever say Michael Schulte is right because he already knows he thinks he's right. Just don't give him the satisfaction of knowing.
The luckiest 7 to get 7. Maybe I need to go to Vegas.
I'll go with you. That's the point.
I don't think I need any more sugar, but I'm going to eat some.
What's that girl's number? 1050 something. 1058. Dang, I'm good.
You get bold?
already have over probably more like 1,400 or 1,500 photos of 588 people an hour ago had already looked at the photos on the website. Yeah, our numbers were high. A lot of people applying.
How can we get this show to be more like bringing in foreigners and working, getting something like that done? Is it working?
Yeah, I think you can do it.
this point, we're all just like scrounging around together. What do you have? What can you? What can you add to the pot? I got a cereal bar in my backpack.
Savannah's going. I'm gonna take the Sprite. I'm gonna give you these back. Nobody took those. So sorry. But thank you. Yeah. So if you want to go to the water and drink the Sprite from Grandma, we need just a couple more drinks. Herzog Cattle Company has sponsored our Showmanship show, and we are so thankful. Thank you guys so much for doing it. I am here with Natalie and with Peyton, and we got a bull that's trying to horn in on the whole picture thing. So we're back here in the beds. They're going to have a sale September 26th. It's a one-day sale. It is on a Thursday, and that is on Best Cattle Sales. Tell us a little bit about what we're going to see, what kind of genetics are going to be in the sale.
All the females, and there might be a couple of bulls as well. They're all going to be red. They're all going to be halter broke, and a majority are the sire will be cutter. There's a couple of other X-ray and a couple of other sires that we'll be having, and all out of donor cows of ours that the kids have showed throughout the years. And so
it's going to be a great sale, a lot of good show prospects, and we're going to hand the microphone to Peyton, and he's going to tell us about the Cutter Bull, because you showed Cutter. Tell us just a little bit about your most favorite wins on him, and then what you think of his babies.
Well, Cutter, he was a phenomenal bull. Whenever we showed him in 2020, he was actually your Open National Champion Red Bull that year. We then continued to show him into the 2021 show season, where he was named the International Red Champion Bull and also Red Show Bull of the Year that particular year there in Houston. His offspring, they have just been phenomenal cattle as far as quality. They're just phenomenal cattle as far as attitude. You can't get any better. We've never had a hard one to break. They've always been just kind of our top of the line females or bull prospects that we have there at the barn. He's just a really a cool bull to breed to, and his calves are just really great.
So remember, September 26th, it's a Thursday, so it will not interrupt your football season. And you can go see the cattle. Herzog Cattle Company. Their doors are open.
Always. 7 days a week. Just give us a call, text me, WhatsApp me. We'd love to show you around, show you the dams to these females. And
sorry that took a little while. You know, there's a lot of calves to sort through in that class. I think we started with 20. We were going to split them into heats, but I thought it'd be better use of our time to go ahead and work through all the kids. Young lady, if you can come around this way. Young lady started the class. Just one of those that just always got a good look. You know, when you get this many heifers in here, when you're looking at evaluating showmen, one or two bad looks goes a long ways. So that heifer right there was always kind of nailed. Young man right here, you held her together real well until the end. She just kind of started splaying out on you on the front end, and kind of made my decision for me at the end. So you can go ahead and exit. But give all these kids a round of applause. Did a great job, and it was a big group of kids to work through. So thank y'all.
Here are 16-year-olds. First place, entry number 1142, Brooklyn Logan. Second place, entry 546, Red Coggins. Third place, entry 545, Hayden Tucker. Fourth place, entry 797, Mackenzie Willard. Fifth place, Entry 285, Really Wasson. Sixth place, entry 743, Peyton Martin. Seventh place, entry 1023, Zach Mosley. Eighth place, entry 1200, Trenton White. Ninth place, entry 544, Samuel Tucker. And 10th place, entry 3131, Grayson Hensey. Into our 17-year-olds that's entering the ring right now, we have entries number 584, Carlos Guerrero III. Entry number 1198, Rhett Parrott. Entry 1171, Lane Lowcott. Entry 1199, Damian Martin. Entry 98, Laura Cooper. Entry 674, Addison Worrell. Entry 882, Jake Tuttle. Entry 873, Anna Chambers. Entry 1184, Jolie Zimmerman. Entry 1112, Brooklyn Lemons. Entry 1156, Hope Stroyer. Entry 371, Isaac Duhon. Entry 1014, Stephanie Starks. Entry 73, Province Giselle. Entry 3232, Avery Kolechik.
All right, all right. We are in class 11 of the senior championship. We are going to we're going to run this class one more and then the senior champion division drive. After that we have the overall and then we are done for the day and we will go back tomorrow at 9 a.m. with the female show. So we appreciate all the help, all the time you spend with us. Thank you. What age group is this? If I'm not wrong, it's 17. Let me confirm to you. '16. Wait. No, it's class 13 and is 17 years old. Jim Luan Williams is 17 years old. Thank you for your question. That's correct, Diana Howard. We are in class 13, 17 years old. You're welcome, and thank you, Dina. This is a big class. It's 9:28, and the judge is doing a great job selecting showmanships. All of what we are doing now is thanks to our sponsors, IS Ranch Feeding Services, Hersa Cattle, and Brahman Foundation. We really appreciate all the effort they put together so we can be here live streaming the Showmanship show. Who is the judge? The judge is Keith Schroeder.
Who won that first
thought that was your idea.
No, that was his. I hope nobody hung around to sing because I didn't do it either. It had to be through the moment. Yeah, one boy, he showed up over, he goes, how do I sign up for the audition?
Oh, that was a joke, I think.
Huh?
I think
See, he quit laughing. I said, you need to talk to the dude down there. And he went down there and he talked to him.
really. Was it the kind of was it the thin boy one? I think it was a joke. I think he was
No, he went down there.
well, I know he was gonna do it, but I don't think he actually could sing.
He might can't sing, he might think he can sing.
Kids, and this till's turned kind of. Although no, I'm kind of asking, what do you like about your heifer? What do you not like about your heifer? And it's kind of turned into a sales talk deal, and I appreciate that. We've got some kids that are great in that arena as far as knowing what the cattle look like, being able to describe them, and really promote the cattle. So to me, that's a great thing for the future of agriculture. It's a great thing for the future of beef production and y'all's breed. So great to see that of those kids. This group came to the top. A young lady right here. Every time I looked at her heifer, she kind of had her nailed. It's never got those bad looks, and that's kind of what it comes down to when you have 10, 15 kids or 10 or 12 kids at the top of this class, or at the top of the group, and it's pretty much the whole class that really do a good job. One or two bad looks, and it kind of gives you drops you down a little bit. Young lady did a great job. Young man as well. Again, when he was describing his heifer, did a wonderful job of that. And part of the reason he's as high as he is in this group is his knowledge of his cattle and the way he presented them in that regard. So great job to this group of kids. If y'all give them a hand.
Congratulations, 17-year-olds. Tough job. First place, entry number 674, Addison Worrell. Second place, entry 371, Isaac Durant. Third place, entry number 98, Laura Cooper. Fourth place, entry 584, Carlos Guerrero III. Fifth place, entry 882, Jake Tootle. Sixth place, entry 1198, Reese Barrett. Seventh place, entry 3232, Avery Kolachik. Eighth place, entry 873, Anna Chambers. Ninth place, entry 1112, Brooklyn Lemons. 10th place, entry 1171, Lane Lobicod. 11th place, entry 1199, Damian Martin. 12th place, 1156, Hope Swanner. Going into our 18-year-olds. Entry number 588, Brenda Hilson. Entry 905, Sydney Gear. Entry 242, Katie Taylor. Entry 93, Emma Murray. Entry 932, Cade Pluckett. Entry 547, Stephen Garrett. Entry 100, Jenna Tankersley. Entry 921, Bailey K. Bailey. Entry 1006, Reese Baker. Entry 41, Rodden Rao. Entry 742, Adriana Thibodeau. the 3 division champions that we have named as showmen. We need y'all around here. Be ready to go in the makeup area. After we do this, we'll pick our senior showman and we'll have an overall showman.
Brandon, I have your first backpack, and I'm pulling it all in the Suburban that we made. Okay? Just wanted to let you know.
It says 101 and then it's scratched. So I think there was a couple that got added. Some that got scratched.
Overall, I got a 190,
Yeah, do you want names too?
1141,
Okay, give me 1 second. So,
a two,
novice champion was 190, Kimber Calhoun.
1141, the next division.
Junior was 1141, Gracie Sowell.
The next one, 212.
Intermediate was 212, Rhett Fontenot.
And now whatever gets out of the next
Whoever comes
division.
out of this one, yes ma'am.
So we got 4 divisions, right?
Yes ma'am.
Okay.
6:30 last night to let them know that I was canceling that night. So
What was
I
this,
thought-
last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, that same girl checked me in.
Huh?
Yeah. It was probably the same girl that checked me in.
Yeah,
She's
super
nice.
nice.
Yeah.
And so I called when I assumed they were still going to charge me for it, for us for it, and they didn't. So she told me when I was at the check-in thing or whatever that they were cutting it back. Last night I was like, I just check in the morning. I'll probably just stop by on my way here, and about 8 o'clock I'll stop through there and check in. I was really late. I didn't stop, and I went to check in. I told her my name. She's like, I talked to you on the phone last night. I was like, oh, did you? And she's like, looks like you didn't make it at 8 o'clock this morning.
Which cows did y'all flush? Which cows did y'all flush?
We ran 4 cows, 3 heritage cows, and then those cows.
They aspirate good? Decent.
Some better than others.
Yeah. Nothing bad though.
1 cow made 4, 1 cow made 8, 1 cow made 9, 1 cow made 18. Can't complain.
No.
Could be worse. I've done worse.
All right, let's give these kids a hand again. Great showmen, top to bottom in this group. You know, we didn't went ahead and placed all of them all the way through. They all did a great job. When you get to the top, you really splitting hairs on kind of what you like. Ring presence on these three girls is really good. They know where they're at in the ring. They don't usually get themselves in a jam. They're always thinking ahead, and all very important things. But three great showmen. When it came down to it for me, young lady over here in the yellow shirt just always had that heifer right on point. So congratulations to them, and congratulations to all of you.
Results in our 18-year-old class, first place, entry 1006, Reese Baker. Second place, entry 921, Bailey K. Bailey. Third place, entry 242, Katie Taylor. Fourth place, entry 932, Kate Puckett. Fifth place, entry 100, Jenna Tanksley. Sixth place, entry 742, Adriana Thibodeau. Seventh place, entry 905, Cindy Guerre. Eighth place, entry 588, Brianna Hilson. Ninth place, entry 93, Emma Murray. We have our senior showmanship. From our 16-year-old, we have 1142, Brooklyn Logan. Our 17-year-old, we have entry number 674, Addison Worrell. 18-year-old, we have first place, Reese Baker.
All right, here we are. I was kind of worried about what this would be like when it brought these top girls in here to find your champion, senior showman. Every one of them do a great job. Ring awareness is great. They're cool, calm, and collected at all points and all times. Heifers have a great presence in the ring, and it's because of the girls. I mean, they do a great job of getting their attention, working with the heifer, not against them. All that being said, young lady in the front in the pink is going to be our champion showman. So congratulations to each of you. Y'all did a great job. So congratulations. Y'all had a lot of competition back there that y'all beat in the barn. So good job.
Out of our 17-year-old class, entry number 674, Addison Worrell. We're going for our overall champion. Out of our novice, we have Kimberly Calhoun, entry number 190. We have in our junior, entry 1141, Gracie Sowell. Our intermediate, entry number 212, Rhett Fodno. Out of our senior, entry number 674, Addison Worrell.
All right, here it is. Comes down to champion showman. You know, I always think they should probably come up with a male division champion or something like that, because it's always so hard for those those boys to beat the girls. And we actually had one in the final lineup, and I don't know that I've ever done that. So I don't know what it is. I think girls are just awesome showmen, but this young man really gets it done. So congratulations on that. That being said, the senior division with most competition to get to this point, young lady is on point every time I've ever looked at this heifer all night long. She'll be your champion showman, so congratulations.
Congratulations, Addison Worrell, champion showman, exhibitor number 674. This concludes our show. We might have an audition for singing the Star Spangled Banner. We're needed up here immediately.
Great job. I need a beer after that. Good job. I need a beer after that. I told your boy a little while ago, I said, you know, if we ever ask again, he's probably going to tell us no. He ain't going to be here.
Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for watching. We are done for the day. Let's go home and see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. So